It's Monday, November 29th. I'm still sick. It's been a few days now. I remember I started noticing it the day before Thanksgiving. And my sleep patterns have been erratic, and concentration. And then getting sick and everything just throws me in a fouler than usual mood. So I get cranky and grumpy and unsettled, and yeah. So I don't know. My fuse gets shortened. My patience and understanding and all that kind of stuff too. So I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, with me waking up a morning a few days ago and then seeing something and then seeing something and thinking about something and then connecting them, and it's like this entire time, it's been about getting me to go away and me being stubborn and not paying attention, ignoring comments, and just believing what I choose to believe, and then just staying. But everything's been trying to get me to go away for selfish reasons. They selfishly, I think, are scared to let somebody close because they're afraid they'll get hurt, which is exactly what I did, because I was frustrated and angry about their continued attempts to get rid of me. Which is, if that's what they want, then that's what they want. And then also the thing about, 4 years ago, it's like, I haven't been around that long. And I don't know what they meant by it. They could have meant metaphorically or allegorically, or who knows. In spirit, who knows? I don't know. They don't talk like that. They don't reveal. They know, but they don't. And even for begging the question, they don't answer. Answer with another riddle, or just answer with silence, because some things just don't get answered. So, and then you get teased for not asking questions, and it's like, I did. So I'm upset still, but I'm trying to re-engage. But I don't know. I think I don't know. I'll see, because I really went off on a tirade, and it's not the first time. I do like to go off on I like to make it colorful, energetic, with a frenzy and frenetic passion, and it's just the moment. I just get swept up. It's not like it's lasting or that it's still there. It's just something I had to say, had to get out of my system, and it's still true. Everything I said, it's still true. And it's like, those are my feelings. Those were my feelings. Taking responsibility for them, owning them. It's like, yeah, standing up for myself. It's like, if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'll keep getting what I'm getting, and people will think that I'm okay with it. He's not saying anything, so he must be okay with it. And it's like, if I don't say, it's like, no, I'm not okay with it, so I have to say something. This is how I feel. This is how this makes me feel. And, they might not like that it makes me feel that way, or they might not like that I have feelings other than what they would like me to have, but that's kind of not their choice. So, and if they don't have any feelings at all, then what's the point? So it's like, I as I said, I should go on. I should try to meet somebody else that I can talk to. And it might not be the same connection or the same, but it'd be somebody that I can, actually talk to. Because if my thinking is that if I mean so much, if I am that, special or have some place, it's like, why am I limited to only being able to text them through comments on public platforms, and that's it? That just doesn't seem right. That's very suspicious, and I can only imagine it's because of safety. If you avoid being caught in a one-on-one private chat. Okay, I have no idea how people meet and how people communicate, but okay, yeah, and we've been doing that for, I don't know, close to a year. And it's like, I would think that they've known me long enough to be okay with trusting me to be able to talk with them without public scrutiny and insight and observation. That's just me. So, anyway, it's not working. It hasn't been working. So, unless something changed, it's just, I was just going to get more of what I'd been getting, and that was just, it wasn't working for me, and there was just too much information that I wasn't getting, and it's like, am I supposed to stay? Am I supposed to go? Is there something here that I'm like, I don't know, and sometimes I'd be denied or disavowed as though, just treated like a random person, just a stranger, just a complete stranger, or just a random, like my only value is just as a random commenter who, just out of nowhere does, writes some things, and it's like, and then just completely just ignored as far as like, yeah, I don't know that guy. And it's like, I don't care for that. So it's part of what I talked about. And then also, just the feeling, not to say that anything's true, but how it feels. Being patronized and belittled and condescended to. Like, not to say that it's true, but, that's how I can feel. They don't know what I know, and they don't know what I don't know. And I don't know what they know, and I don't know what they don't know. But I just know that without communication and conversation, there is no correspondence. Without correspondence, there is no connection. Without connection, there is no understanding or compassion. And there is no relationship at all. So I just kind of shut down on Facebook and just, closed out that connection because, I was just seeing, and I didn't need to see all that stuff. Because it didn't make sense to me, and I don't have the context or the history to have it make sense, and I'm not allowed to ask questions, because that would be a faux pas or a taboo, so I'm not allowed to ask. So, at least that's my sense of it. I could be wrong about everything. I could be wrong about everything, but I have no way of checking. That's my sense of it. And it's highly frustrating, and that's where it comes down to, like, I unfriended them because it's like, I have no idea what's going on, and I just need to get away. And then reapproach. Maybe. Like, if I mean anything, then they will, ask questions. They will investigate. What's going on? Why is going on? What happened? What are you thinking? But the first reaction was just plain anger. Just not understanding and just anger at it. Not investigation at it. Not curious about it. Just anger at it. So that's telling. But, all these things I don't really mind. As long as there's something that becomes out of this, some new understanding that's like, if this wants to be something that has any sort of lasting anything, then I need to be told some things. I need to feel comfortable asking questions. I need to be able to ask questions. I'm tired of the cloak and daggers and the mysteries and, riddles. And I'd like to speak plainly. Imagine that. I swear even autistic people do that, I think. It's not always in poetic form. So, but of course, I need practice because I only think like that now when I'm thinking about them. But I'd get used to it. I'd figure it out. But I don't know. And I think, and it just shows, I guess, that I must mean more than what I thought, because they have disappeared on the back of my disappearance. And I hope that they're doing okay. But they have disappeared. It's been like 3 days, I guess, and I've been gone for about 3 days, 4 days really. I'm still getting over being sick, and I hope that they're taking care of themselves at least. And I know I don't have that much of an influence, and I know I'm not that important. But just that they disappeared, and it's like probably just because I enraged them so much. And I only wonder if it's because I hit the truth. And it's like, how dare you say the truth? He's not supposed to notice. Or he's not supposed to have, feel the way he's feeling. He's supposed to be, glad for whatever. And it's like, I don't know. I don't work like that, apparently. So it's like, and self-care is not selfish. Self-help is not self-pity. It's not disrespect, it's self-respect. By standing up for myself, it's not to put them down, it's to stand up for myself, that I get to have feelings too. And it's like, and I was telling, my dad about this person, anonymous, that it feels like, if there is I'm in it by myself. That's how it feels, like I'm working towards something, and it's like, trying to get some communication going, but just meeting all sorts of resistance along the way, and it's playful resistance, but it's resistance, and it's like, it's been a while. Is this going to end? I don't know. And maybe that's all that they ever wanted. It might be. And it's like, I want more. That's a problem. The fact that I want more. So that's how it is. That's how it is. The fact that they are content with it just being how it's been, and I am not. So it's better to get it out in the open than to continue pretending to be okay. I was never pretending to be okay. It was only thought that I was okay because I wasn't saying anything. That's the difference. I have to say something. So it came as a surprise, I think, that I was not satisfied with the arrangement as it was, the deal as it was. It's like, so, anyway, it is kind of sad if it means that it's over, but it really wasn't going to work out in the long run anyway if this is enough to end it out of just a Facebook. That's like, I don't really care about Facebook. It has no concern or value to me in the slightest. It's a repository for like journal entries to me. It doesn't mean anything to me. But if it's something to society where it's like, oh my gosh, he unfriended her, and it's like, heresy. Oh, I don't know. I don't care what other people think about that kind of thing. I don't think of it that way. So, But again, I don't want to be on their Facebook, because a Facebook friend to me is a Facebook friend. And people have thousands of Facebook friends. And that bothers me, because they're not friends. They're a collection of names. They're not actual people, really. They're just names. A few more special than others. Regulars or something. I don't know. But I would want to have been more than that. I would want to have been to them how they are to me. And without that, I don't know where I was going to go, where I was going to end up. It ended up here, in this doldrum of uncertainty. So, I guess we'll find out what happens from here. I've already put in inroads and tried to re-engage, just barely, to say, yeah, I'm here, because they might just think that I'm angry at them and are scared. Whereas I think they're going to kill me, and I'm scared. So yes, I am scared of them. I think rightfully so. And also scared for them, too, because I think they might hurt themselves. I see them having, or just reacting so badly that they, do something dangerous. And there's no way for me to talk to them, or correct the situation, or calm things down, and it's like, yeah, so that just doesn't work. Yeah, if I have an argument with this person, or a disagreement, or a misunderstanding, I have no way of, and that just doesn't work. So, yeah. And I would never know if anything happens to them. It's like they just disappear. Same goes for me. So, I think highly enough of them that they wouldn't do anything like that. They would just burn an effigy of me instead, and just, stab me over and over again with knives. Everybody likes a good voodoo doll effigy. So, anyway, I hope things are okay. I've thought this before, and then it turns out that everything's fine, and I said things correctly. I stood up for myself in a responsible way, and said things without being too disagreeable. Because I always think I'm way, way too aggressive. And it's like, no, I'm just standing up for myself. And I think it came out, I'm not sure how. I don't know how anything gets understood, how it translates. But I hope it got through. I hope they didn't just shut down on it and just get too scared and just get angry. Not respond with, understanding or compassion or investigation. Just, I hope they didn't just get angry at everything. Because anger doesn't solve anything. And I know, but I react with fear more so. I was never angry. I was just more scared. Not that that solves anything either. And, I can't really condemn anybody or judge anybody for anything, because, I am just as guilty or just as capable. So, and it just seemed like I was just starting to maybe, then I've just ruined it by unfriending them, because I couldn't put things together in the right way. But I don't know. But it just seemed like the whole relationship thing was just a figment of my imagination. I was deceiving myself and being delusional. And that morning when I woke up, it's like, yep, I can't reconstruct it. It doesn't make sense. I see these things and it's like, yeah, that has nothing to do with me. And it's like, there's just so much that, and then the stresses of other things going on. It's not an apology. Not really. It's just an explanation. How I think, what I was thinking. But, I don't know. If that was enough to end things, then there wasn't much there to begin with, I guess. I wouldn't know. We've never talked. So, that's kind of telling right there. And how I've managed to believe for this long what I believed based on what I had available. It's like, that's pretty amazing. And that, so, I don't know how I managed to do that. And was I right? Was I wrong? I don't know. But my feelings, I know we're in the right place. So it's like, I know I might not have been right, but I was not wrong. And I showed that, again, that I have the potential to feel these things and not be destroyed by them. I still can't overreact and not understand things and get, fall into despair, over things that I don't understand. But there's no way for me to be corrected. There's no way for me to ask questions. So, none. It's like I could ask questions, but it might be weeks or never that they ever get answered. Because they're unreliable to answer messages. So, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what to make of it, and where to go from here, or where just to sit on it and not do anything, which I'm kind of leaning towards sitting on it and not doing anything, because what else is there to do? I could leave them more messages and write some things for them, but they would just get stressed out by more messages. And so it's like, okay, well, I just won't. So there is no good solution. There is no good anything. So there is no winning. And as always, if they wanted to contact me, they would know how to contact me, but they don't. So that's pretty telling as well. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's just sad. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say about it, but I still care. I care more than I would even admit. And I think it's pretty obvious, been doing these for long enough. Not that that proves anything, but I have to contain myself, to not let myself feel, to, because otherwise things would bother me a whole lot more. And it's like, no, 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 no. Let's just believe things halfway. Let's keep a lid on it there. So, sad, still. Anyway, okay, I should go.